Hi there, I'm Kiv, your favourite degenerate, and today I want to talk about how Halo Infinite's theatre is busted, and no one really else seems to be bringing this up in the community, so I thought I would. Now, I want to start this off by saying I'm not a Halo Infinite hater. I love this game. I've already poured I think over 130 hours into the multiplayer alone, so I really do enjoy what we have here, and I definitely will keep playing it. But for Halo Infinite, we as a community are helping to shape the game by giving our constant feedback so that way the right things keep improving. Now, to be perfectly honest, the theater mode is really hard to use. It is actually kind of broken. I'm not sure if a lot of other people have noticed this, but whenever I try to load a clip in from my theater, I actually don't even start on me as a person. It starts on someone else, and then I have to actually flick through and get through and find myself in the first place, which I know it's small, but it's those little things that just make it all so much more difficult to work with. Once you have found yourself on the clip and you try to fast forward through the game to get to the particular moment that matters, it is also even more difficult because you will find that you'll randomly swap to a different player just out of nowhere. This is obviously a glitch, but it's a really frustrating one to work with. Something else that I also noticed was that when you try to rewind or skip backwards using the actual button on the timeline, the game sometimes just outright crashes, and once again, that's also really frustrating to work with. Because if you have an awesome moment and you just can't capture it, it is really annoying because it turns a good and happy experience from hitting something that's really cool or having an awesome or funny fail, and then it just really sours that and makes it turn into a very frustrating time to even share it with the people that you want to share it with. Something else that I noticed was that the UI is really bad, and it also doesn't make anything look as if you're actually playing the game. It looks always as if you're in theater, and that doesn't really make sense to me, because if you are trying to share something with people, it's how it happened in the game. You don't want it to have a very clear theater look because it just doesn't look as nice. Your three choices for what to actually have as a heads-up display is you can have a timeline down the bottom with also a black box in the top right showing you the theater controls, or you can get rid of the timeline and just have that black box. And the last option is to have no HUD whatsoever, which is, it's just absolutely bonkers, because it also takes away your motion sensor, your shields, all of the info that you normally have in a multiplayer game. So to me, that makes no sense because all of those options very clearly look as if they are in theater. Now, I'm no game developer, and like I said, I don't really expect this to change overnight, but I think that it's something that they should add to their things to do list. I guess it all kind of circles back to improving the quality of life in Halo Infinite so that things are easier and make a hell of a lot more sense. Now, there's one other thing that I wanted to mention, which would be for improving theater mode, because right now, trying to capture something from a third-person view, it just is so tricky and hard to do. You have to manually control the camera yourself, and that's tricky to keep steady while also moving and capturing something properly. So if you want to share a clip, it will probably take you a lot of practice runs to have it look somewhat decent. So something that I think could be a good choice is to have a dolly cam that you can set positions for. Let me explain what I mean, because Call of Duty has been doing this since back in Black Ops 1 and 2 days, and that was that was 10 years ago now. So the way a dolly cam works is that you can actually go through the footage and you can set positions that where you want the camera to be at certain times with a position and angle, and then you continue to set those positions, and so when you run the clip, the camera will move through those positions and angles exactly how you have told it to. So this way you get a steady camera that moves to the exact angle you want it to be at the important moments. This would make so much sense, and it would be a hell of a lot better than what we have right now. So that's what I think would be really good to use, because it will make not only your clips look better, but it will also help make sure that content creators and people who make machinimas can have a hell of an easier time. Because if you ask me, at the end of the day, it comes down to making sure that the community has all the tools that they need to share and actually allow the game to grow, because that is all part of what makes Halo so great. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments section down below. Thank you all for watching the video until the very end, and if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. We're about to hit 1K, and it would be absolutely awesome to just smash it out and get there. It's all part of the great journey. So I've been Kiv, and I'll see you all on the next one.